What's going on, YouTube? Debonair D coming back at you with another video. I haven't talked to y'all since the last time I talked to y'all. It's kind of crazy, man. Like, just getting used to, even looking at a camera again and speaking, looking at your reflection. That's even something I'm going to have to get used to. I'm going to kind of ramble in this video a little bit, man. I want to just try to, paint a Picasso picture for you guys, let you know where I've been the past few years. It's been, I want to say, since early 2020. I'm 95% sure I haven't done a video since COVID. And COVID happened in March of 2020, at least in Georgia where I'm at right now. So it may be 3.5 years, man, since I've put out a video. And, the interesting thing is that, when, because YouTube was always kind of like an electronic journal for me, you know what I'm saying? Like I would hop on, just give my opinion on different things going on, different things going on in hip hop culture. I made videos about semen retention. I made a few workout videos, very few gaming videos, but there were a few on there, talking about women and different financial things like that, investing. And, just like very similar to having a real journal, in real life that you write in or, that you speak to, it's the same thing with YouTube. If you don't do it for a long period of time, it's really easy for that skill to kind of just eventually dwindle away. And I think what happened is, with a combination of COVID happening, because of course, as we all remember, COVID changed a lot of our hobbies. It changed a lot of our lives, permanently, for some individuals, and I think a lot of hobbies got dropped for a lot of people during COVID. And, myself, I'm not an exception to that rule. I think with a combination of that and, some different things I was doing professionally, which I'm going to bounce back to in just a second. But that and just the simple fact that, it had been so long, there were a lot of times where I'm like, man, I need to make another YouTube video because, shout out to all the people that comment on my videos. I would still, even though I didn't even have that many subscribers, I got like, I don't even know how many subscribers I got. When I stopped doing it, I had like, I want to say 1,000, maybe. I don't even know where I'm at right now. It might be less, I don't know, but maybe a lot of people jump ship. But I want to say I was still getting subscribers because I was still getting a lot of new comments of people like, man, I just discovered your channel. Can we get an update or, what's going on with you, man? And, a few of y'all I kind of know a little bit better than just, YouTube comment. A few people texted me and, I hit them back. But like I said, it just became a thing where it's like, it's been so long since I've done it. It seemed like just this monumental thing I was going to have to accomplish just to sit down and actually make a video, man. And, I've definitely been meaning to do this for quite some time. So just to kind of rewind a little bit and, I'll make some more videos in the future, kind of going into a little bit more detail. Like I said, this is just a introductory video. I don't even know what I'm going to title it. I may title it, Debonair D update video 2023, something along those lines. So just to kind of, give you a little bit of a broad view of downstairs neighbor is doing something crazy down there, but just to give you a broad timeline of what's been going on. In early 2020, before COVID, I ended up finding an opportunity where, I was doing some sales and basically I was in a training program and I was doing okay with that for a couple of months and then, COVID hit in March. So I was a couple of months in and then COVID hit. But luckily for at least the products that I was selling, we didn't really have a downtime during COVID. Things were different, but it wasn't a downtime. And with that being said, a few months after COVID, like later on that summer, I ended up doing pretty well. And I was actually promoted to a director position. A sales director position, and I ended up moving out to North Carolina, small town. Some of you guys may have heard of it, some of you may not. It's called Greensboro. I lived in Greensboro for about 1.5 years and was just real busy with being in a new city. That was my first time living outside of the city I'm from. I'm born and raised in Atlanta, so I was just kind of getting my feet wet out there, working with the business and just doing my thing. And was there for about 1.5 years. And then in early 2022, so last year, like I started visiting up to Jersey in like Christmas time, but by February of 2022, I officially had an apartment up there in northern Jersey, about 15 minutes from Manhattan. For any of you guys that know the New Jersey area, or maybe you're in New York or something like that, I was staying just south of Jersey City. You know what I'm saying, in a suburb of Jersey City. So I was in New Jersey doing my thing for about a year and a half, and just a little bit of time ago, not even long, I ended up leaving that company that I was with that, took me to North Carolina, took me to Jersey. Everything just, ran its course, and I ended up moving back here to Atlanta, man. So, everything always kind of comes full circle. There's a lot of things about Atlanta that I missed that I didn't realize I missed, you know what I'm saying, until I got back. So, as of right now, man, I'm kind of just transitioning back. And, one thing that I realized, not just YouTube, but there's a lot of different hobbies and skills that, unfortunately I let kind of either get dull or pretty much just get to a point where they were non-existent in my absence, but a lot of that was intentional. I think sometimes throughout a man's life or even a woman's life, I think sometimes you kind of have to go through that grind phase. I think some people go through a figure it out phase where they're just trying to find themselves. I think a lot of people go through maybe a distant phase where, they kind of just start over. I think there's a lot of different phases that people go through. And I think while I was living outside of the state, I was just going through that grind phase and a little bit of a find myself phase too, not as far as like personally, but finding, what I like to do professionally and things like that. So, but that's a different video. So long story short, man, I've been back in Georgia. I'm moving and grooving, doing my thing, man, enjoying my time down here, enjoying that hot Atlanta weather. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, guys, I definitely plan on making some new videos. There's been a lot of different things that have changed, a lot of different things that have changed for the better. And unfortunately, a lot of things that have changed for the worse. I think I'm not by myself with this. I've suffered plenty of losses in the past few years. Maybe some financial losses, some losing some family members, losing some friends. Excuse me. One person I do want to mention is Sinful, who I do plan on making a solo video for. But it's kind of crazy because as I'm sitting here just talking about like getting back on YouTube and picking these skills back up, I'm kind of thinking about a lot of the people who I used to watch back when I was still doing YouTube. And, I was one of Sinful's first few subscribers. I remember when he had less than like 100 subscribers and I was subscribed to his channel. And, unfortunately, he passed earlier this year. So, RIP to him and condolences to his friends and family. So, it's going to be a lot of changes, man. Or there have been a lot of changes, but there will be a lot of changes as far as me being consistent on this platform again, man. And, I don't necessarily know if I'm going to do my channel the exact same way I was doing it before. I know the way I do it may not necessarily be like the most advantageous way to get a lot of subscribers because I didn't really have a niche. I was just kind of using this as like a journal. But truth be told, I'm not necessarily trying to get this YouTube super, super big. Now, don't get me wrong. I would like to have more subscribers, more people to interact with, more people I can impact. But at the same time, I'm not necessarily doing it in a way that is going to maximize that in the shortest period of time. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to keep it genuine, man. I don't know how many views this is going to get because it's been so long. So I know a lot of people, like when I'm on YouTube, I don't even go to my subscriptions tab. I go to my homepage tab. So I see a lot of people I'm subscribed to, but I also see a lot of people I'm not subscribed to. So if I haven't watched a YouTube channel in a while, I won't even see them on that homepage because, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not thinking I'm interested in that content anymore. And I'm trying to think, when I was doing this before, did they even have the subscription notification thing? I'm not even sure. So, I don't know how many, views this is going to get, man. But, I'm definitely willing to get back into this and kind of grind my channel back up. Not that I was super, high up to begin with, but I'm, willing to grind this channel back up, get some of my engagement back up. And, for those of you that do see this video, man, if it's something in particular you want me to touch on other than some of the things I have planned, definitely let me know. There's a lot of things I want to speak on, a lot of things I want to touch on. There's a lot of things going on in the culture and, just going on with myself personally. But, I'm looking at the time. We're almost at that 10-minute mark. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video, man. I appreciate all the comments of love I got in the meantime while I wasn't making videos. I definitely did see it. I tried to comment for as many as I could, but I know there's a lot of you guys that I did miss actually replying back to. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to all the likes I was still getting, all the views I was still getting, and definitely a lot more to come, man. It's good to holler at y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.